Hello and good day, everyone. This is Mark Wolf with Emergency Reporting, and we're here for Virtual Thursday, our 16th presentation on September 6th, 2018. Today, we're going to give everyone that's on board with us a first peek at our fresh new look. Presenters today is myself. Our main presenter will be our boss, Mark McKleroy, our training manager, and we also have Todd Lambert on board with us today as well. Want to remind everybody of your training opportunities. Virtual Thursdays, they're free, first and third Thursdays at 1100 hours Pacific time. We do provide a lot of online training opportunities, basically 3-hour blocks that we can customize to meet your needs. On-site training opportunities that we are presenting pretty much far and wide over the globe here, and this month especially is pretty busy with that. And also our regional training academies. I want to point out to everyone, we've got a couple more left for this year. Next week, we will be down in San Antonio, Texas, right on the Riverwalk, September 11th through 13th. There may be 1 or 2 slots still open for that. Contact us at training@emergencyreporting.com if you desire to do a last-minute attendance at that. And also next month in October, the 2nd through 4th in Oklahoma City. We have plenty of spots open in that program as of right now, but they are selling out pretty fast. So if you're intending to attend that one, please jump in and do so. Want to give you also a first peek at our schedule for next year. In February 12th, 13th, and 14th, we are scheduled to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, those tickets are not on sale yet, but we wanted to give you a few dates down the road a little bit there. And what we're going to do now is change presenters. I'm going to switch presenters over to the boss, and he's going to jump in and give us the lowdown on our fresh new look.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So this is our new look. You've seen some of it on the actual link that you clicked in to register for today's webinar or Virtual Thursday. And it's coming in stages. So just to let you know, there's probably about 7 or 8 modules stacked down through here that will see this new look and new layout. One of the things I wanted to show you is the home screen. You'll see a dashboard up top. The features that we had still the same. You're still able to change your notifications and stuff in here the same way you were beforehand. A lot of the functionality has stayed the same. Some of the color schemes is basically what's changed in just the overall layout. One thing we did add, you'll see the module stack on each one of the modules now, but here's one of the cool new features is you get to expand the screen. So you can actually turn that on and off, back and forth. And I'm actually showing on Firefox today, but it'll be on each one of the browsers we have up now. Your suggested feature is still there. Your support still there. Now support's also, I'm sure y'all have seen some of this. It's changed the look also. Now I'm not logged in right at the moment, but you'll see some of those. They'll actually, it's changed a little bit to this look or this color background and stuff on there. And then, of course, you know, we can go through and look at different ones throughout this time is what we're going to sort of look at. But just to let you know, this is still a lot of the pages or a lot of the places you'll visit on our site still has the legacy look or like it was. Just like when we go to incidents, that'll probably be one of the last to change. It's still going to have the same look. You know, as far as the modules, same functionality it did, but when you click home, it's going to go to the new look now. Okay, Message Center is actually, it is one of the new modules that changed over. So you'll see a little bit difference here. We've made where our inbox is showing. Then you can look back at sent messages over time, and then also archived messages was showing it. And then you can compose, reply, and forward those messages up here on the top right. Okay, hydrants is going to stay the same. as it is now for right now. Like I said, over a period of time, other modules will start coming in to this new fresh look. Okay, maintenance is also staying the same at this time. So the same functionality, you'll still see the same stuff as we did. Now, granted, this is a test account, so sometimes a lot of the loading takes a little longer because it's actually in a different part of our servers. Occupancy staying the same. Training is going to stay the same right now. Don't worry, we're going to get to some more new stuff here. Reports will look the same as they do right now. Now, library is changed. So, you know, same in here, but the actual layout's changed. And then you can add categories and stuff up here in the top right. Okay. Shifts staying the same for now. Calendar has changed. Still got the same look over here. Still functionality is the same, but you have download or add an item up top now over on this side instead of over here. Okay. One other thing you'll see is when you have an integrated partner with us that's integrated in your program, you should see their icons or little pictures up here on the left here beside emergency reporting also. Events will stay the same. This is probably the first one that will be coming out next, is the new rewrite on the events. Some of y'all might have had you know, some touches with that in the beta that we were put out. They actually pulled that and trying to get it fixed up and finished up now and moved over into the new fresh look, and it'll be coming probably the next module that comes out is what we're hearing. Inventory staying the same. You get down to daily rosters. It's actually one of the new ones. The add new roster will be over here. The rest of them, as you can see, is open, closed, deleted, and then your settings are right here now. Okay, payroll is also new look. Demographics is a new look. Now this one does take a little bit, especially in this particular background that we're using, or not background, but our servers that are running this particular test stuff now. Okay, but it's still the same here. You know, the same look. It just takes a little longer to load. The My Profile is changing. Okay. The analytics is changing. And then administration is going to be staying the same. Okay. Now you did notice a color change to these. Like you see, this is still the red looking or orangish looking for the links. Notice in our home now, you're actually going to see the blue links at first, and then you hover over them, they turn the orange. And what that's doing is trying to show you that that is links. Instead, before, you know, you sort of had to hover over it to know if it was a link or a required field or something. The difference is there. So it's a little bit easier to tell what's what through the system. Okay, have we had any questions, anything from anybody so far, Mark or Todd?
Hey, Mac, this is Todd. One of the first questions was asked was the suggest a feature. They hadn't noticed it, but if you look now, it's right there on the home screen. The link for suggest a feature is still there.
Right. And it's at the present time, it's still here. It's still up top. And like I said, we're still in testing mode with some of this. We are far enough along that I think it's going to be pretty soon. but we wanted to go ahead and show this to get sort of the awareness out there, what it looks like, and let people know. But the suggestive feature will still be here. It will resort back to the old, or say the legacy look when you go into it, but it's still there on the home screen.
Right. The next question that I don't know that we've answered quite right, for David Richardson, he was asking about the calendar, what the download does. That should be the same feature that's always been there. What that allows you to do is download a static copy of the calendar, and then you can import it into your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar or anything. Keep in mind it's static, so the information is only as good as the last time you downloaded it. It does not update when you make updates to the calendar in ER.
Exactly. Okay.
Does that answer
So
your
you would
question,
have to
David?
download it each time.
Matthew is asking about when the rewrite of the events module will be completed. Do you have any insight on that, Mac?
What's that?
When the rewrite of the events module will be completed?
I haven't heard exactly. We've heard different time frames, but I don't know an exact date. I know they are working on it right now.
And then Christopher's asking for a question about PCRs to the hospital directly, and I know we don't have an answer on that one as of yet either.
No, they're talking about a fax or something.
Yep.
Where you can fax it to them. Don't know of an answer on that. And you said suggestive feature get moved from the old look. I don't see it in Chrome anymore. It should still be there.
Yeah, I checked for Paul Mac as Mark jumping in.
Yes.
I'm logged into it right now, Paul. When I see it on top of my page, maybe you can contact us offline here, and we'll be able to help you out. I'll shoot you my email address, Paul. And
you should see on the screen, this is the legacy look, and you should see it. It's right there.
Yep.
Does that help, Paul?
Yeah. Tyler is asking, just to clarify, this is only a new look, and as of right now, it does not have any new features. That is correct, Tyler. This is just a new look. One of the major changes that you'll see is we've taught everyone orange is your clickable links or your action items, and you'll notice now here on the home screen that is actually going to be blue links. Your blue links are going to be your clickable links.
And to sort of I guess not clarify, but to further answer that is, one of the things we're doing is to make everything this new look, sort of getting away from some, I guess to make it technical, some older code or written behind it. We're trying to make everything the same. When you go in here before long, you look at your personnel picker, for instance. Whatever personnel picker they're going to go with, it'll be the same personnel picker throughout the system. So what that's going to do is sort of make it faster and I guess easier on the back end of the program, the programming side of the program, to make new features and stuff come out faster and easier. Does that make sense, everybody? That's basically the gist of it, is what this will help in. So it's not only a new look. We've had the program now since started in 2003, and this is the first change of the look that we've had. So it's been a while.
Yeah. Matthew Crawford is asking any way I could get it when put in a work order for hydrants that it would email to my water department. Great question, Matthew. Sounds like a suggestive feature. You might want to check on that, see if that hasn't already been suggested. Can't answer that question as in that it does not do that right now. I don't know if that's slated for the future.
Matthew, Mark Wolf jumping in here to give you some information. I happen to know that is in the suggestive feature section, and we need a lot more votes on that. So you put some votes onto it and get all of your people in your department to do that, and I'm sure we'll get some time to do it to that at some point. It's commonly asked for.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you can add them into your personnel, sort of a workaround. Add them as a personnel, and they will actually get this notice here when they come up, or you add one in there. Say your people put it in a work order, they would see it right there on their home screen. And you can limit them to just the hydrant module, so they're not able to mess with anything else.
Yeah,
Just
Mac, you may know the answer to this question. Andrew Puckett is wanting to know, does this make it more accessibility for mobile devices? Does the fresh look make mobile devices more accessible?
To be honest, I'm as far as accessible, I think that is one of the things that they were talking about. I mean, as far as accessibility, if you've got your internet, a good internet feed, it should be able to get on to the program even as it stands. It's not really changing that, but I think with this particular added feature here to try to give you more room, it may aid in that a little bit. I'm not really sure of the question. It's not really built to be necessarily, it's for any platform. So I don't know if accessibility, maybe user friendliness on the mobile devices, it gives you a little bit more room to open up the pages.
Yeah. Hopefully that answers Kermit's question too, is along the same lines.
Okay.
Mac, we're getting a couple of questions on there. Just like, when are we going to be able to see the fresh new look? And from what we understand, it's going to be next Wednesday, unless there's some kind of issue that pops up. Is that correct, Mac?
Yeah, we're looking at sometime. That's another reason we're trying to do it today. We've got some more testing that can't happen until probably tomorrow, first of the week, if all that goes as well as the testing so far has gone. Yeah, you'll probably see it within the next week or so on these pages that we're showing now.
We've got Jim Wheeler asking about the new analytics, which is our business intelligence analytics. When can that be available for beta or regular use? And Jim, that is still in a lot of development stages right now. I don't really know when they're going to release that for beta testing. Mac may know a little bit more information on that.
No, I've heard, like you're saying, it's still in heavy development right now. They're working on that diligently, and hopefully that will be, sometime fourth quarter or first quarter when it's actually released. As far as the beta, I don't know that answer.
And that kind of goes along the same lines for Brian Blackburn's. Said the incidents module will be one of the last ones done. Is there a tentative completion date for all the modules? And just being honest with you, Brian, we're dealing with computers and software, so even when we set a date, that always isn't a hard and fast date. But right now, no, there is not a date set for completion.
Yeah, as far as the fresh look for everything, no. I think I will say it's probably going to be a little bit, because they're also trying, just like the events module, from what I understand, my little knowledge of, computer programming, is they're also trying to sort of rebuild some of the modules with some of the features and stuff that us and our customers have told them that would be great to have. So some of that may go on at the same time. So we don't really know if that's going to be a combined effort, or if they're going to just start switching everything to what's existing now, or what's going to happen there exactly.